Fear not, citizen. Justice will be served. You're in good hands.
The defense is wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hello, everyone. Good to see everybody. Cal, good to see you. Oh my God, where did my chat go? No, not private chat. There it is. Okay. And boom. There we go. Sweet. Hey, Aurora. Good to see you. Yay. Cal's blue. Sweet. So I will not be typing anymore because I've got nails on, and if I try to type, it's going to be typos all over the place. Hi, Frank. It just took me forever to write those 2 messages to Calco. So, yeah. So I've got a story for you guys today, out of Ohio. I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. It's a mom who, unalived her 2 daughters. So we'll get into that, but we're going to wait for some people to show up if they show up. And until then, I've got snacks. Do you guys got snacks and drinks? Is Fashion Mullet in here? I'm not seeing messages. I don't see messages. Oh, there he is. Hi, Fashion Mullet. Hey, Cold. Hi, everyone. So while we're waiting for people to come in and before we start this, get some snacks because I've got some snacks. I've got a basket of snacks. Oh, God. I found some weird stuff that we're going to try. I don't know what to try first. You got Teddy Grahams and Cheez-Its. Yum. Oh, Aurora, how dare you? He's just fluffy. He's not fat. He's just fluffy. Yeah, yum. Well, we'll see. You don't you don't know what's in this basket. So, first off, before it gets warm, I've got this like Japanese, I think it's supposed to be peach Fanta. Oh my God, am I going to be able to open this? Frick no. That's why we've got scissors. Watch this. Ha. There we go. So, yeah. Peach Fanta, Japanese edition. I don't know if you guys, what do the streamers, what do those streamers do to like block the view? Let's try it. It tastes like peach. It tastes like Fanta. It tastes like peach Fanta. So yeah, there's that. Keto friendly, grape Propel. I've never tried that before, that drink. So cute and fluffy, Frank. Hmm. Um, I like peach. Yeah, it's good. I've been obsessed with peach candles recently. Peach yerba mate. Hi, Dan. Hello. Welcome. So there's that. I don't know why I'm like peach Fanta tastes like peach Fanta. Got it. Yeah, peach Fanta tastes like peach Fanta. What should we try next? Dan, I don't know if you saw, I've got a basket of snacks. So we've got everything from pickle flavored Dum-Dums. I don't know why on this bag, but it's like a pickle submarine. I'm not sure why it's a submarine, but yeah. The basket's looking sharp. Do you know how many baskets I have around here? I have a basket obsession. Obsession. Get my words out correctly today. I'm a mess, you guys. Let me tell you something. This week end into week has been a lot. It's been a lot. People, you know, I'm crazy and I take medication, but people act crazy. They just fucking act crazy. And I don't understand. So I guess we're gonna go in with the pickle dum-dums. Pickle candy sounds good, maybe. Yeah, we'll see, Aurora. I tried, what was it? So they have Velasic pickle ball chips, and I got those. It's like bacon cologne. Um, and those were interesting. At first, I was all like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is going to be good. And then it was actually pretty good. I feel like I'm low. Am I low? Ugh. Okay. Try to. Can you take me higher? All right. So my next dog is going to be named Pickles. Yes. Wasn't one of the Rugrats named Pickle? No, was it Tommy Pickles or something like that? Well, you're not late. You're just on time. We're trying snacks. We're gonna try pickles flavored Dum Dum. Here we go. Oh my God. I don't know if I like that. It's like it's like a sweet. It's like sweet pickle. I don't know if I like that. I think I'm gonna send that to the shop with my husband to the boys. He's a tattoo artist, so he works with a bunch of guys. They probably like this, but they probably like this. I don't know if I like that. Pickle Dum Dums, probably like 4 out of 10. The peach Fanta I forgot to rate, that's probably like a 6, 7 out of 10. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. How's everybody's weekend been? Oh my God, I've seen those. Those are hilarious. So next is this sour racha. It's like I guess sour racha candy, like sriracha, but it's sour. Am I gonna have to open this from the inside? Let's see. Yeah. Ah, man. Yeah. I use my teeth for everything. So, oh my God, this is not going to come off. You guys want to take bets on if I cut myself before the end of this stream? Smell test. There we go. I need like a little trash bin right here. All right. Let's see. Thank good for teeth. Yeah. All right. Let's 10 out of 10. I'd be in trouble. I eat this whole bottle and have a stomach ache for 3 days. No one's getting a hold of this. I should have ordered like 5 of these. 10 out of 10. It's a squirter. Have you guys seen these Final Boss sour fruits? So apparently these are like real fruit. They're supposed to be real fruit. I almost got pissed because when they came, I thought they sent me the blueberry ones. Thank you, Frank. And I am not a blueberry girly. I ordered the strawberry ones. So, again, with my scissors, because I can't do shit with these nails. The crazy jelly beans? Do you mean like the Bean Boozled? I'm gonna smell test everything, right? Frank, where's Jinx? She already in here? Did I miss her? Let's see. Ew, these are sticky. So they're supposed to be like real fruit. What level are these? These are level 3 sour. I said her name and she came. That's my friend right there. Oh my God. Holy shnikes. Oh my God. That's so good. 10 out of 10. Mm. Like the pickle flavor sunflower seeds? I think I've had those. Oh, all right. That is so sour. Mm. My husband and kids do those jelly beans as punishment for not winning Mario. That's amazing, Nikki. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Jinx wasn't here. I just missed her comments. See, y'all, don't get offended if I don't say hi to you. I'm just not seeing your comments. I can't do sour. I drool too much. Yes. You know, Kel, I loved the pickle Doritos that they came out with. Those are so good. Oh, me too, Kel. I could drink an entire jar of just pickle juice. I'm so gross. I'm so disgusting. I'm that girl that'll be like, all right. So we did those. Let's see. Since it's almost Easter, I got 2 different kinds of Peeps. I got sour watermelon. Can you see that? There's like a glare. It's pissing me off. You know what? It's my vanity, but oh well. And then this is the most Texas thing that I could find, which is Dr. Pepper. You still can't see it. Um, the Doritos are so good. See, I can't even open these. Back to my scissors. Yes, pickle juice. You know, I think athletes drink pickle juice. Yeah, yeah. Dr. Pepper, Peeps, Texas as fuck. I had to because, born and raised Texas. What is Peeps? Peeps is a disgusting marshmallow treat that we have been forced and conditioned to eat no matter what since we were children. Um, no one likes Peeps, but yet we still eat them, and they come out with different flavors every year. And even though we don't like them, we still try every flavor because that's what we do. Hey, Ruckus. Good to see you. So there's my little Peep friend. Yeah. Thank you, Jinx. What she said. Uh, so I don't like Peeps. It's not bad. Um, I like Peeps when they're a couple days old, when they get like a little hardened. I know that's weird, but yeah, I can't finish this. Yeah, no one likes Peeps. That's why I didn't even eat a full one. But we're here trying strange candy before this stream starts, so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Kel, if I was on here eating regular candy, would this be as fun? No. Slightly older, the perfect texture. Exactly. You draw the line at marshmallows, but eat salt-covered licorice. Ew. I cannot stand salty licorice. My peeps are ganged up. All right, I need to get through some of this stuff so we can start the stream before you guys leave me. You guys are gonna be like, I've had enough of this girl and her bullshit. All right. Why are these ones like shrunken? The other ones were all fluffy and these are like shrunken. Look at. So these are supposed to be sour watermelon. I'm not even gonna take it out. Oh, it's like green and red. Ugh. Oh. Not only are Peeps bad, they're not, these aren't sour and they taste like dish detergent. -3 out of 10. We're just gonna put those over there. Oh God. Oh. Yeah. Oh my God. Don't you I'm not gonna spit anything out. I'm not gonna spit anything out. So I've got 1, 2, 3 more things to try. So I got these Bulldog potato chips. I think these are the Quattro cheese. See if I can open it without having to use scissors. What the frick? No. Back to my scissors. Y'all are like, this bitch uses scissors for everything. Oh, these are like, I thought they were going to be rigid. They're like the thin lays. That's disappointing. Yeah. Yeah. Love snacks. Well, we'll be here, Ruckus. I'm going to finish these up and then we're going to start. So, all right. So, I have tried the ramen and I don't like the texture of the noodles. I'm really weird with textures. Um, it's not the flavor, it's the texture. So let's see. My husband would say these are good. Um, yeah, texture is everything. My pasta has to be undercooked. Like, I don't know. I just can't do certain things. Those are not my favorite. I like spicy, but I don't know. Are they supposed to? Oh, you know what? They are supposed to taste like chicken, aren't they? It's like, isn't that like a chicken flavored ramen? That's why I don't believe. Yeah, I don't like mushy. I refuse. You know how people like cook their pasta in their soups or they put it in their casseroles or crock pots? I cannot. I have to cook my pastas completely separate and then I'll add it in afterwards. Um, I don't believe chips should taste like meat. I don't know. Like we've got some I don't know, I don't remember what they're called. It's like some kind of taco cantina Pringles in there and they smell so bad. Yeah, al dente. All right. Last two things and then we'll get this show on the road. So I've got another pickle thing, something called Goopers. And I guess it's like a gummy pickle with like some kind of liquid inside. So let's see. Let's see. Hi. Hey, girl. We're just trying weird stuff before I start this. Oh my God. Am I even going to be able to open this? Yo, how do you open these? Look, I told you, scissors for everything. I'm going to end up cutting the gummy. Ah, I got it. I think. Maybe not. It's like surgery. Okay, we're gonna get you out. Ew. Ew. I don't like that. So it smells. Why does it smell like that? It doesn't smell like a sour pickle. Mm-mm. Maybe if we get to the middle. There's literally nothing. Is there something in here? Hold on. Oh, God, it's so gross. Mm-mm. Okay. Ew. It's like an unsour pickle. I got to the I got to the middle part. Let's see. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. -6 out of 10. That is such a weird. It's like, hey, Rescue, good to see you. I'm gonna be starting soon, don't worry. It's like a gross cucumber. It's like a cucumber that's been sitting out on the counter for like, or sitting out in the rain. A cucumber that's been sitting out in the rain for a while. No, that's disgusting. Ugh. I should have brought a trash bag in here. Do I have something? Oh, geez. I do have something. Okay. Disgusting. Ugh. So the pickle dum-dums are, all these pickle things are not good. All right. Last thing. This can't be bad. Chewy Tic Tac. Oh my God, I didn't even cut the top off. Try again. Let's see. Mm, these are good. All right. These are delicious. All right, guys. We're done. That was it. Show's over. Just kidding. Now, let me do that, and we will start. I made lasagna and cookies today. No snacking. That's all right. I just snacked enough for everybody. Which one? Which one, Nikki? Which one did you think was gross? The pickle? The gummy pickle? Hi, come here. Oh, I can't put you up here. Sorry. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. My dogs were like, "You're eating snacks and you have the audacity to not give us snacks? What?" All right. Dance party during the break. All right, you guys. So, buckle up, buttercups, because you know what it is. You know what I do here. We talk about the sad stuff, so I figured I would start off with some funny stuff, which is me trying some weird stuff and you guys getting to see my face. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Sounds delicious. All right, so what I would like to do is make sure that I've got my stuff ready. I'm a complete mess, y'all. So, all right. This is Amor and Mila. They are beautiful, beautiful young babies, and their lives were taken from them way too soon. Way too soon. And the way that they were discarded is very, I don't know. I don't even have words for it, to be honest with you. Just like in many cases, we question things, we don't understand them. But they were found a couple weeks ago, discarded and halfway buried into the ground in suitcases. And there was a man that lived nearby that was walking his dogs, and his dogs, which I've got some questions about that too. And I'm not saying that he did this at all, at all, at all. Oh, there we go. But he had called the police and said, "Hey, I walk my dogs over here. They keep alerting on this scent, or they keep alerting to these suitcases. They're smelling something." And I finally, unzipped one and kind of peeked in. This is what I saw. And I don't know, knowing me and the person that I am, the first time my dog would have been concerned about something or was like trying to get my attention or like scratching at something or sniffing at something, especially a suitcase that's like half-ass buried into the ground, like not really hidden very well. I'm a look, but that's just me. I'm nosy. Um, so these two beautiful girls, this is who we're talking about today. I've got some news clips, as always. I've got, I need to get my shit together today. I've got brain fog today. So I've got news clips. I've got the mother's hearing. I've got the body cam. I've got the, arrest footage. I've got the vigil, like some footage from the vigil. So we're gonna go over all of that. Just another manic Monday. Yeah, I thought I had all my shit together this morning, and then I was like 15 minutes away from the live, and for some reason I started panicking. I have no idea why. And then like all of a sudden I'm like just all over the place. Like, wait a minute, where am I going with all this? I had everything planned out, right? So let me see where I want to start. Hey PJ, thank you for being here. Let's see. Oops. Let's see with what we're gonna start with. Again, these two beautiful girls. I believe they were, let me double check their age. I am terrible with names, ages, dates. Ohio. Not them showing me actual suitcases to buy. 8 and 10. Thank you. I believe so. I believe so. It'll tell us in these videos. I think you're right. I believe that they were 8 and 10 years old. So I don't have to go digging through that. Beautiful young girls. So sad. I hate it when these type of things happen, but let's get into a couple of these news clips first, and then we'll go to I guess we're gonna go to the body cam of them finding the suitcases, and then we'll go to her arrest. So let's do this.
Tonight, a Cleveland mother is in jail charged with aggravated murder after her two
Can you guys hear that? Let me know if you can hear that or not.
young daughters were found dead inside suitcases.
The Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner has now identified the victims as 10-year-old.
And I think this goes without saying, every live I do should come with a trigger warning. Everyone that comes in here knows that there's probably going to be a trigger warning. I focus on child cases mostly, so they're not easy. And if you need to step out, I have no problem with it. Your mental health comes before anything else. I am just making sure that these stories get out here. It's about the victims. It's about justice. So let's get into it. And I'm going to have to pause because that's the rules. That's how YouTube likes to do it. Fair use. I've got to do it that way. So I know it's annoying and you're like, oh, this girl, she needs to stop talking, but it is what it is. Let's go.
Moore Wilson and 8-year-old Mila Chapman. Marcia, New Yorker now joins us live from the Justice Center in downtown Cleveland with new details. See you. Good evening.
Good evening, Russ and Lena. Cleveland police say that since those girls' bodies were discovered in those suitcases Monday night, detectives have worked around the clock to find the person responsible, and they say that they have recovered substantial evidence against 28-year-old Aaliyah Henderson, who's the prime suspect. In less than 48 hours after a gruesome discovery, Cleveland police say they cracked the case that shocked the community this week. 28-year-old Aaliyah Henderson charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder for her daughters, 10-year-old Moore Wilson and 8-year-old Mila Chapman. Monday, the girls' bodies were found inside suitcases and buried in a shallow grave right here near Ginn Academy, when a man walking his dog stumbled upon them and called police.
It's a suitcase. I've been walking past it for about a week now, and I walk my dog over there, and she keeps stopping, and she sniff a little too long. I pulled it up, unzipped it. I couldn't really see, and I opened it up and hid.
Wednesday night, forensics and crime scene units were at this home on East 162nd, where Henderson lived, gathering evidence. Police say a child was inside the home and appeared in good health. The Department of Children and Family Services has taken custody of that child. Deshaun Chapman, the father of 8-year-old Mila, did not want to show his face on camera, but says he is devastated. He tells 3 News he and 10-year-old Amore's father had been trying for at least 6 years to gain custody of the girls, but claimed they were unable to locate their mother and ran into challenges.
She do like this disappearing act. She'll ask you for something, ask you for for help, but then she'll disappear. She'll move her. So you can't go down to the courts because you need an address to even file a motion. You can't go to CPS because CPS only asks 2 questions: is it food or beds in the house? You can't go to the police because they need an address for welfare check. When you got the name, she's at.
And let me tell you something about this. Through my own experience as a child with a mother like this, um, I obviously am still living, but the reason that these cases are so close to my heart, some of you know this. I was a Harmony Montgomery. I was these kids that have been abused, that have been thrown around the system, that have been homeless. um, my mother was like this. She would isolate me from the rest of the family. She would make sure that they couldn't reach us. She would make sure that she was in another state, unavailable. She was constantly running. She constantly was running from her problems. She was making sure people could not find her. She I don't I don't know how to explain these types of people, but they make it impossible for the family to find the children to help them. Um, I was in a very dangerous situation with my mother and the men that she was with. And I had no one there to protect me. And she made it that way. So I understand what this man is talking about. Sometimes we can't say, well, where was the father? Where was the family? Sometimes the family, they can't find them. They don't have the option to be there. So just keep that in mind, that sometimes when these people are saying these things, it's absolutely true.
100% fault, but the system at fault with her. They played a big.
Yeah, Kel, she did. She did. She made it absolutely hard for these people, to make it hard for them to find her, and my mom was the same way. I looked up my mother, and she had so many different aliases, it was insane.
Part in the murders of these two children.
A statement from Cuyahoga County reads in part, "We are profoundly saddened by the deaths of these 2 young girls, which is a tragedy for their families and our entire community. The case remains under investigation." Aaliyah Henderson will be arraigned here at the Justice Center tomorrow morning. You can count on 3 News to bring you all the latest. And also tomorrow, the community activists will hold a candlelight vigil in that field where a memorial grows for those 2 little girls, calling them voiceless princesses. Russ?
Okay. See you in New Yorker. In
Um, so that's one news article. It is. It's so sad. And we're gonna get into we're gonna go deeper into it. I still throughout this we might find some motive throughout here. There's a YouTuber, and I swear I don't know how to say her name, and I feel so bad. I think it's Shantria, but I do have a video of hers that I planned on playing, like maybe 5 to 7 minutes of it. I asked her permission, and she did say that I could. I'm gonna shout her out and then I'm gonna have one of you go to her channel. Dan, I might send you the link and have you drop it, or I might just drop it myself. And have you guys go check her out. She's great, and she has so much info on this case. But I'm gonna do that probably towards the end. But let's get to the next news clip.
Tonight, we're learning new details about the woman accused of killing her two daughters, then partially burying their bodies in suitcases in Cleveland's South Collinwood neighborhood. And it comes as police release new video of Aaliyah Henderson's arrest. News 5 investigator Scott Knoll has been leading the coverage of this story since it broke 2 weeks ago. He has the latest now on what he's learned.
Police, search warrant!
2 days before Cleveland police broke through Aaliyah Henderson's front door, it started with a 911 call from a neighbor on East 162nd Street.
It's a park, Midland and 162nd Street. I just found a head in a suitcase.
Investigators say it was the body of one of Henderson's daughters. Nearby, police found a second suitcase. Inside it, the body of a second daughter, partially buried in the same field next to Ginn Academy.
I've been walking past it for a few days. Yeah. And I said, let me just take a look and see what this is, because it wasn't there like last week.
The Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner has not said how 8-year-old Mila Chapman and her 10-year-old sister, Amore Wilson, died.
Come on down, hands up! Come on down, hands up!
But Henderson has been charged with aggravated murder in their deaths. And now we're learning more about the mother accused of the crimes. The details part of police reports released to News 5 investigators in response to a public records request. And some of them date back to when Henderson was just a teen. In 2014, her mother reported Henderson missing, telling police her daughter said she was going to see a friend, but didn't come home. According to the report, Henderson's mother also told police her daughter recently experienced a, quote, change in behavior. The 16-year-old going from a 4.0 student to getting expelled from school.
All right. I just dropped her link. So once I play the video, if you guys want to go and watch the rest of it, you're more than welcome to. So yeah, this woman, let me go back a little bit. She had no criminal history, but from what I understand, she did have, a little bit of a troubled past that we know of. What I miss? It does look like, I don't understand how parents can do awful things. I don't know, but I've lived it and I know it's possible. What did I miss? Where's Gibbo's comment? Where's it at? Oh, there it is. The poor guy that found them. Yeah, seriously. Absolutely. So I wanted to read, because it does say, let me go back.
A public records request, and some of them date back to when Henderson was just a teen. In 2014, her mother reported Henderson missing, telling police her daughter said she was going to see a friend, but didn't come home. According to the report, Henderson's mother also told police her daughter recently experienced a, quote, change in behavior. The 16-year-old going from a 4.0 student to getting expelled from school for fighting and cutting off her old friends and blocking her mom and family members on Facebook. The report shows Henderson was found safe later that day. But that safety was short-lived. Weeks later, police say Henderson was attacked and dragged off a bus by her hair. Henderson told police it was because a girl accused her of trying to fight her cousin. Then, 2 years later, Henderson again the victim of an assault. This time, police say it was a family member. During an argument in their home, police say Henderson was thrown into a wall and punched. A witness told police the family member also threatened the 18-year-old with a crutch.
I got you covered.
And less than a month before she was led from her home to the back of a police car, a neighbor told police Henderson harassed her and threatened to beat her and the woman's son. Police reports show Henderson previously accused the neighbor of stealing her package.
Watch your stuff.
Henderson now sits in the Cuyahoga County Jail, her bond set at $2 million. In Cleveland, I'm News 5 investigator Scott Knoll.
So there's that one. Sorry, I'm trying to put a couple links out. I will, mods, I'm going to message you with these links. That way you can do it for me. That way I'm not doing like multiple different things. I'm going to get better at this, guys. I promise. I'm going to get better at it. They were extra nice. They were extra nice. Of course, Frank. Of course. We got to help each other out as creators. Gots to help each other. All right, so I wanted to read something about and I'm terrible at reading out loud, so if you judge me, anyways, just kidding. So, what's confirmed is that she is a 28-year-old woman from Cleveland, Ohio, who was arrested in March of 2026. She has been charged with the unaliving and child endangerment after two young girls believed to be her daughters are related children were found inside suitcases buried in shallow graves. The discovery was made by a dog walker who noticed something suspicious in a field. A third child was found alive in her home and placed into protective services. What was not confirmed, let me make sure that's right, yeah. What was not confirmed is that there is no widely reported record of prior violent crimes by her before this case. So she has no criminal record that anybody knows of. There are no verified public details about her childhood, mental health history, or long-term background that have been released yet. Much of what's circulating online right now is speculation or social media rumors. And as you know, I like to come with facts. I don't like to come with, oh, well, this and that, and he said, and she said, and someone said this on Facebook over here, and this person over here on TikTok said this, and, then the telephone game happens. So we try to come with facts. Let me see. The possible warning signs and background issues are, while not a full history, just a few details hint at instability or concerning circumstances. Authorities are investigating multiple relatives, not just her, suggesting a broader situation around the household. The father of another child in the home reportedly has a history of domestic violence, and a neighbor had previously filed a complaint involving her, reportedly a stalking-related issue, shortly before the case broke. So that's the only thing. Yeah, we come with receipts. Absolutely. You're welcome, PJ. Those are the only things that I know of this woman, other than what's been on the news. So now I'm going to do the body cam, and I'm going to warn you, it's graphic, but not in the way that you think. They're not going to show anything. It's just the phone call that comes in of the man when he finds the suitcases, okay? And then the police go and check them out. They will not be opened. You will not be able to see anything. The police made sure that none of that was out. I mean, for respect of the children, for respect of the family, no one wants to see those things, nor should they. Those are things that you can't unsee, and it's just disrespectful to the family and to the victims. So, we're gonna play this. Oops.
Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. We continue to update you on this incredibly sad, incredibly horrific story developing out of Cleveland's east side. It started Monday evening with the discovery of two suitcases that were partially buried in what police called a shallow grave. Those suitcases were discovered by a man.
And if you haven't heard of this case or seen this, clearly she wasn't in her right mind to begin with. But to then discard these suitcases in the way that she did, I'm just like, did she want them to be found? Because, like, she didn't even try to hide it, really. Like, if you look at the suitcases. And it was, like, right... Kel, am I right? Wasn't it, like, right behind a school or right near a school? Like, what if a child... Because you know how curious children are. They're gonna open that suitcase and be like, oh, Jesus, and then they're traumatized for life. So just imagine them finding that. And I mean, I'm thankful, don't get me wrong, I'm thankful that they were found and that she did a horrible job at, hiding them. But, yeah.
Man walking his dog. In fact, one of the suitcases was discovered by him. You're about to see the body cam video of the first officer on scene who makes contact with that man who called 911 to say he found the suitcase and that he did open it. And when he saw a person inside, that's when he backed away and called police. I want to warn you, this goes without saying, that this is just incredibly graphic and incredibly sad. Now, we're not going to show where police...
Like, not even, Kelko. I don't even think it was like maybe not even a foot down. That was crazy.
Bend down and start to unzip the suitcase. That's where we're going to stop out of sensitivity. But because there are so many questions of how could this happen and what did the suitcase look like and how do you fit what turned out to be an 8.5-year-old and a 14-year-old, how do you put those in two different suitcases and leave them for dead? In the vacant lot or the vacant field next to Ginn Academy. This is the area of East 162nd Street is the area, and I believe we can show you that just so that you have an idea. The red point is the intersection of Midland Avenue and East 162nd, and we're talking about that tree line. It's called Saranac Playground, and if you look at that tree line that's kind of up against...
It's like she started to dig the holes and was like, man, this is too hard. I'm done. And then just walked away. It's like she didn't realize how hard it was going to be to, I don't know. And I'm not like, I don't know. If I watch a lot of crime shows, I watch a lot of documentaries. I've been into true crime for many a years. And I'm not like trying to give people ideas or anything like that. But if it were me, like, I would have put it behind the brush. I would have, like, done a little bit more work. Like, if I were really trying to conceal something. And again, I'm not saying that she should have. What she did was fine, perfectly fine, because these babies were found. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I just, and I was talking to someone the other day, and the way I've been feeling with how the world is right now, I've been on edge, I've been anxious, I've been scared. I've never felt this much panic and worry in my life with the government and this war and everything that's going on right now. and the economy, and just, I can't imagine what some of these families are going through, and what single mothers and single fathers and healthcare and not being able to receive treatment or mental health medications and, things like that. They're just not available or they can't afford them. Um, yeah, it's a lot. Like, society, it's heavy right now. Like, we're going through a lot. So, is it right? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Um, but I feel like we're gonna see a lot more of this. And, I said when they took away women's rights to their own bodies, that we would find more situations, that we would find more unwanted children in places they shouldn't be, dumpsters, trash cans, hospital bathrooms. Um, we've seen the cases, we've seen the videos, and it's just, yeah, and it's just gonna keep happening because these people are scared. They have nowhere to go anymore, and people never seem to amaze me, yet I'm never surprised. Such an evil world, yeah, and it doesn't help when we're controlled and we don't have help, we don't have anywhere to turn, we don't have resources, we're, you know, being told what we can and can't do. Um, anyways, I just feel like, yeah, bottom line, people are living harder than ever. They are. And a lot of these younger women and fathers, they're having a hard time. I've even said, there's been a lot of family deletion over the years. Um, a lot of, "Oh, it's all good, Vic. You missed me, trying a bunch of snacks, so you'll have to go back and see all my facial expressions. It's pretty funny." But I've seen a lot of family deletions, where either it's a mother or a father or sometimes the kids, where they take out their whole family, and it's stress, it's school, it's bullying, it's they can't afford to take care of their family anymore. It's so many things. Again, is it the right solution? Absolutely not. But people feel like they're at a breaking point. They have no other choice. Anyways, I digress. I'll get off my soapbox. Welcome, Vic. Hi.
Where those trailers, where those empty semi-trailers are, that is the area that these suitcases were found. And just to zoom out to show you how far we are talking about from downtown Cleveland, not all that far. Again, this is the Glenville neighborhood.
Girl, it was chilly here this morning, but yesterday it was like 90 something degrees already. We have went from literally winter. We had one day of spring, bypassed that whole shit. Is it spring yet? I think it's like day 2 of spring. We bypassed that whole shit and went directly to summer. We are in summer. Real life chaos in the world on many levels. Absolutely. Hey, James. Good to see you. Good to see you. You missed me trying a bunch of weird snacks. I noticed with my younger son's friends that family dynamics are so different now. Parentless, aunts, uncles, siblings raising each other, even though sometimes it's better to not be in toxic situations. Yeah. Yeah. It's not the same anymore. Like me, personally, I don't even talk to my family. I don't talk to my mother. I don't even know where she's at. I don't even remember what she sounds like. I have not spoken to that woman in over 16 years. The only person in my family that I talk to is my cousin and his 2 children. I love them. They call me Aunt Stormy. Family can be so toxic. Oh my God. See, I told you all of that shit was gonna make me feel weird. Now I got gas. Ugh. So gross. I'm so gross. Winter ain't letting go of Indiana. Oof. You can have some of this heat. Y'all can have some of this heat. It went straight. Yeah, it sure did. It went straight from winter to summer. Cold. You know how miserable it was for me last summer. Oh my God. All right, let's get back into this video.
But this video is graphic to say the least. Some of the details that are shared by the man whose dog sniffed on that suitcase to discover it is pretty graphic. There is the discussion of a head, and there were terrible reports coming out, not from our station, from one of the other stations in town, that indicated that these girls may have been dismembered. That was completely false. But you're going to hear a statement by the man who unzipped it to say that he saw a head, and that's when he stopped and called police. So again, this is the last graphic warning. We are going to stop before the suitcase is unzipped. I will relay to you the conversation that was had by the 3 officers after the suitcase was partially unzipped. It was not unzipped and opened. It was nothing like that. The police had to make at least the identification, to verify what the man had said he saw in the suitcase.
So yeah, again, you will not see anything. As soon as they go to the suitcase and start to open it, it ends. So don't worry. It's not, I just put trigger warning because it's sad, and you are going to see the suitcases and you know what's inside of them, but you will not see what's inside of them. So there is that, okay?
Again, we're going to show you this, really not to glorify this because this is just absolutely horrific.
Absolutely no
and I'll start playing this, but really to answer some of the questions many of you have.
Understood. If you go, you can see the case from back here. It's all the way straight to the back.
Close to that sign?
Yeah, see the little black...
Straight ahead in front of me? Okay.
Straight,
it's a suitcase?
It's a...
Dan and Vic, did you even notice who was blue? Did you guys notice who I made blue? Y'all better welcome her. Make her feel welcome. Because I know everybody loves Coco.
The suitcase. I've been walking past it for about a week now because I take my dog. I stay right here. I take my dog. I usually walk her through there and then come around here. And for the last week, she's been stopped. It was like a mound of dirt. She's been stopped and sniffing like a little too long. And today I was like, well, I'm gonna take it. I hope it's not what I'm.
Right.
And it was halfway buried. It's about this thick. It's about halfway buried. I pulled it up, unzipped it. I couldn't really see, and I opened it up and hid.
Buried under the dirt, it was?
Yeah, halfway. You can see a little part of it sticking out.
And you said you noticed it for about a week already?
Yeah, it's been sitting over there.
He's so lying, you guys. When you see these, they are not even halfway. I don't know what he's talking about. I seen a little bit poking up off the top. You can see the whole doggone suitcase. And so when he says that he walked past that for a week and his dog's been sniffing it for a week, no. I would have been checking that on day 1. Nikki, are you talking about ICE being at the airports? TSA has been at the airport. You mean ICE are at the airports? Because yes, they are, and I think that's bullshit. I think they just need to pay TSA. And Elon Musk said that he will, but then the government's all like, I don't know if you can do that because they need to be paid by the government. But then the government doesn't want to pay them because they're shut down. And I'm like, why don't y'all just shut the F up and let Elon, who has all the money in the world, pay and feed these people? I don't care if y'all like Elon. I don't like Elon, but if he's got the money, let him pay these people. Sorry, I had to rant on that for a minute. Yeah. You know what? I don't like ICE. And they don't need to be in the airports. They don't need to be taking jobs. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. A week outside. He's been walking back and forth. His dog's been like going at it like, hey, there's something here, sniffing at it, probably scratching at it. And he didn't think, maybe I should check this. This is in Ohio. This is actually this is close to Kelco. Oh, thank you, Kelco. Yeah, yeah. Cold. It's bullshit. Sorry, I'm just checking comments to make sure I don't miss anything, because Lord forbid, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings and have to curse somebody out again. You don't suck. You don't suck. Stop. Yeah, so. And this is a couple weeks old, or maybe Kelco, what, like a month now? Maybe 3 weeks, almost a month.
Like somebody buried it or tried to bury it. And like I said, I walked my dog over there and she keeps stopping and she sniff a little too long. Right. You know, she sniffs stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Right.
I'm not with it. And today I was just like, let me see what the
I love y'all.
Okay.
It's back there. I pulled it up so it's kind of standing up and stinks like hell.
Okay. You right here.
Yeah.
What was your name, sir? Okay. I'm going to check it out. I'll be with you. Thank you.
That's what I thought.
Thank you. Sure, just stand through, rather.
Radio. Good. You know, the airplane. I got you.
Let me see. I thought they showed it on a map. Let me go back. Oops. Hold on.
A vacant field next to Ginn Academy. This is the area of East 162nd Street is the area, and I believe we can show you that just so that you have an idea.
This should answer your question, Nikki. They mapped it out. So, little backstory on East Cleveland. Their whole police force was dismantled about a year ago. Corruption from the top down. They have a new police force that will hopefully handle the crime better. Well, that's good. That's good. Awesome. All right, so let's get into this
The
map.
red point is the intersection of Midland Avenue and East 162nd, and we're talking about that tree line. It's called Saranac Playground, and if you look at that tree line that's kind of up against where those trailers, where those empty semi-trailers are, that is the area that these suitcases were found. And just to zoom out to show you how far we are talking about from downtown Cleveland, not all that far. Again, this is the Glenville neighborhood. But this video is graphic to say the least. Some of the details that are shared by the man whose dog sniffed on that suitcase to discover it is pretty graphic. There is the discussion of a head, and there were terrible reports coming out, not from our station, from one of the other stations in town, that indicated that these girls may have been dismembered. That was completely false. But you're going to hear a statement by the man who unzipped it to say that he saw a head, and that's when he stopped and called police. So again, this is the last graphic warning. We are going to stop before this.
Okay, so I'm going to, did that answer your question? I'm going to fast forward it back to kind of where we were. All right. So yeah, 15, 20 minutes away.
And like I said, I walk my dog over there, and she keeps stopping, and she sniff a little too long. Right. You know, she sniffs stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Right. I'm not with it. And today I was just like, let me see what the that really is. Okay. It's back there. Right, I pulled it up, so it's kind of standing up, and it stinks like hell. Okay.
You right here?
Yeah.
What was your name, sir? Okay. I'm going to check it out. I'll be with you. Thank you. Thank you. Stand through, rather.
Just leave it. Do it radio. Go ahead. Put me on the air, please. I got you.
It's pretty quiet. Right here, he's just basically waiting for his partner to come because he doesn't want to do this alone. And I think he needs flashlights and other materials like gloves and other things that he doesn't have on him. So that's just what we're waiting on. There's, let me see. I don't know how long this video is, but.
The officer at this point is waiting for backup. You'll hear a conversation that he also needs someone to bring him a flashlight. Keep in mind that this is just the first of 2 suitcases that were found after the body was discovered. And this one, they start searching that entire wood line that you see, and they do eventually find a second suitcase with another body in it. Again,
hey, are you still inside the district? Okay. I was gonna have you grab my flashlight, but that's all right. When you get up here, if you go down 162, like I went up Saranac 162, you can just pull in this parking lot for this Ginn Academy, and you'll see me back here. So I haven't opened it yet. The dude I talked to, the caller, he said that there was this suitcase partially like buried in the ground that he said he's been noticing for like a week, and his dog keeps trying to get to it. So he said that he pulled it out today, and
Yeah, Nikki, I mean, one child per suitcase. It's really sad.
to see what was in there because it was kind of heavy, and he noticed like a head and hurry, he just left it and called the police. So I'll just wait till you guys get here before I open it. All right. Yeah, just come down towards like Midland, and I mean, as soon as you get to like the last drive for the school, you'll just pull in there. I'm in the back. All right. Bye.
So again, this officer is going to wait for backup. It does take a couple of minutes to get here. He is going to start to do just a little bit of a preliminary search of this area. We're not entirely sure at this point where the second suitcase is. He walks down about 10, 15, 20.
Right, Cal? I have a feeling that she did it in the middle of the night, obviously. So it's probably pitch black. No one's gonna see her. No one's gonna hear her. I don't know how populated this area is, so I don't know. She most likely did it in the middle of the night.
Feet. There is an area of dirt that is also disturbed. Not exactly sure if that's where the
That's what I said. It's almost like she wanted them found because she didn't even try. Like, when people are like, "Oh, they were buried halfway down and only part of it was sticking up." Like, when you see these suitcases, absolutely not. It was like there was no attempt whatsoever. Is it okay. All right. I mean, I'm still gonna go with probably in the middle of the night.
second suitcase was. As we wait for the other officers to arrive, let's remind you what we know about this case. It was late yesterday afternoon, after detectives had been working this case, that they developed information.
Hey, Gil, are you still at the district by chance? Can you do me a favor, please? I left my flashlight in the sergeant's office. Are you able to run it up to me? I'm on this call on 162. Yeah, so if you go in there, right in front of, like on the side of the refrigerator, you'll see a flashlight. And then I'm on that call on 162nd and Midland. Appreciate it. Thanks, Gil.
You know what? You know what, Cal? You know I'm blind as shit. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Are there a bunch of houses back there? Oh, maybe.
Police
Yeah, I guess so.
used DNA from the inspection of the bodies from the medical examiner's office, determined that the two bodies were in fact half sisters.
I don't think so, Frank.
Again, one 8.5 years old, the other 14 years old. Using detective skills, according to the police department, they develop a lead to a home that's in this same area, on really across the street from this area. They served a search warrant yesterday, were able to collect a lot more evidence.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And in fact, an arrest was made of a 28-year-old woman. That's as far as Cleveland police are going. We know through Cuyahoga County Sheriff Department records that a 28-year-old woman, Aaliyah Henderson, was arrested yesterday evening, and was booked, or at least arrested, on charges of murder and child endangering. The police have.
So, Cal, is the school like right on the other side of those trees? Because I know that they said the school was close.
not connected the two names, but in both cases
I
we're
see all
talking
those
about
houses.
the Cleveland police have identified a 28-year-old woman who was arrested in connection with the two suitcases, and then you have the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department that booked a woman, 28 years old, Aaliyah Henderson, for and what will eventually be charges. She was arrested on charges of murder and child endangering. So we'll let you watch the rest of the video as his backup is about to arrive. But again, out of sensitivity, we are going to stop before the officer reaches for the zipper to open that suitcase. In no way, shape, or form would we ever show that.
So look at these suitcases. They are not even halfway. Like the very corner is like kind of stuck down in the ground. Or I don't know if they show both. I know they show.
This is where the officer walks down. If you look just at the bottom of the screen there is another area of disturbed dirt. Not entirely sure if that was the location of the second suitcase, but we know it was along that same tree line. His backup is just pulling up, and we'll take you through the rest of this video.
A15 radio, can you show me at 5, working on 3 reports and Mark tagging in there in property?
I copy. Yeah, 3-4 radio. Yeah, bye.
So Kel, yeah, the other girls channel that I'm gonna play, I'm only gonna play like 7 minutes of it. She goes into that and he actually talks about it. So I've got video of him talking about it and how he regrets it and how he encourages other young men on the streets to stay out of trouble because this could affect their children. You know what I'm saying? So I am going to be going over that as well. I'm not going to be going over her entire video because she goes way into detail. She's great. I really suggest I'm going to put her channel in there again after I play her video. But no, you're good. Girl, I go into channels and do that all the time. I think I went into Z's channel last night, Trial Junkies United, and she was talking about the Naziah Harris case, and I was all over it. I was talking about all this stuff, and I was like, oh shit, I don't even think she got there. You're good. That's why we're here, to talk about it.
Wait for it, go ahead. Chief Romeo, Sandy 3 on this call.
I know this might be boring, but I watch body cam videos all the time, so I'm used to the dead silence for a while.
They did have a possible callback. It's from last September. It's 216-463-2233.
Can you repeat the last 4 that phone number?
Yep, last 4 is going to be 2233.
Yeah. I watch body cam videos all the time. I like the Ewu channels.
I ain't opened it yet.
Channels.
I left my flashlight. Oh, you got a flashlight. We're going to have to look and see.
I'll sit there for hours watching Ewu channels or videos.
I mean, it's like partially buried. He said it was sticking out for like a week.
Yeah, partially.
He finally decided to
I'm
open
not
it up.
laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the fact that people keep saying they're halfway buried.
I just want to see. Can you flash your light on? I just want to see if there's any blood or anything on it.
Let me go back. Let me go back. Oh, wait. I think I went back too far.
I mean, it's like partially buried. He said it was sticking out for like a week. He finally decided to open it up.
A week. All right. He's walking up to it. Hold on.
I just want to see. Can you flash your light on? I just want to see if there's any blood or anything on it.
Look at that. That is not halfway buried into the ground. It's literally a little bit of the corner. What is it? Tell me that if you were walking by that for a week and another one, mind you, just a little bit down the way, probably buried the same way, and your dog was hitting on it, kept sniffing it, and don't tell me you didn't smell anything. It had been there for a week. You didn't look at it? You didn't question it? Because I got questions. I'm going to question it. I'm going to be like, what is this? What is in here? Because I'm nosy. It had to smell. It did. It did. So I'm tired of people being like, oh, it was halfway buried. No. No. All right, let's continue. This is almost over.
No? Yeah.
And that is where we have chosen to stop the video. I have watched the rest of it. From there, there's not a whole lot more. There's only about 20 seconds left on the video. The officer reaches down and unzips just the zipper to get it to the top and takes the flashlight. The suitcase does not open. They don't open it to that extent. They are just trying to see if, in fact, there was a body inside. He takes the flashlight. You hear one of the officers say, oh, yeah, that is. You hear one officer ask about if that was the head. And again, at this point, based on what the caller had said, something about a head in a suitcase, he says, I can't tell. And she says, he says, the head is attached. It's just folded in a fetal position. We didn't want to show that, but did want to relay. And that's where the video stops. Again, they don't ever fully open the suitcase. They were just trying to make an identification that, in fact, there was a body inside there. Unfortunately, we know that.
We need a support stuffy for this.
That body was of a child, a young girl. We are expecting the Cleveland police to announce on their end the name of the person that has been arrested. When they served that search warrant last evening, they did find another child in the home with the woman, the 28-year-old woman that was arrested. From what we're told by Cleveland police, that child was appeared to be healthy. And we are not sure yet the connection between the woman that was arrested by Cleveland police and the connection to the suitcase, the relation to the two young girls that were inside. We will wait for the police department, really for forensics, to make any announcement on that. But now let's confirm with what we can, what we do know about the woman that was arrested. This is now confirmed by the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department. When someone is taken to the Cuyahoga County Jail and booked, obviously a mugshot is taken and the initial arresting charge is listed. So while the Cleveland police have yet to name this individual, we know that this woman right here, 28-year-old Aaliyah Henderson, was booked by the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department on charges of murder and child endangering. You at home may be trying to put two and two together or to connect the two. We just can't do that as of yet. We are waiting for the Cleveland Police Department to officially say who the person was that they arrested. But we know in Cuyahoga County that was an individual that was 28 years old, and she was arrested and booked into the county jail on charges of murder and child endangering. The Cleveland police said they do expect charges to be filed this afternoon with the woman they took into custody, and when that happens, her name will be officially released by the Cleveland Police Department. We have gotten the name of a woman, 28 years old, that was released by the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department as someone who was arrested, also 28 years old, and arrested for murder and child endangering charges. When we have more on this, we will bring it to you. We are constantly bringing live up.
All right. So there's that. Yeah, we need like little support. My baby! My sweet baby! So we need some support stuffies. So we've got my sweet little boo-boo. Okay. And they are dressed up. They're so cute. My little boo-boo. Okay. Or you have the option of this sweet baby boo-boo. So you can pick. They're a pretty good team. These are our support Labubu's, okay? So anytime that we need any comfort from these cases, we've got them. All right. So next we've got, all right, let's see. We've got, I think, a couple videos left. We've got her arrest, her hearing, the visual, and if you guys want to see that video from the other creator, we'll take a vote. I think there's some good info in there. I'm going to play at least the beginning if you want me to. So we'll go ahead and start with her arrest. Thank you all for being here. Oh, I guess I need to play it, huh?
Police, search warrant! Police, search warrant! Police, search warrant! Police, search warrant!
Can you hear that?
Watch it.
Hands up! Come on down, hands up! Come on down, hands up! Come down now, hands up!
Bring it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have her out there. Anybody else inside? Got her? Got
The girl down. Got it.
Anybody else here?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I got you covered.
Welcome back to the channel.
They sure did. They busted in. It was great. It was great.
This is your first time stopping by, hit that subscribe button right now. Trust me, you will not regret it. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. As always, I genuinely appreciate every single one of you guys. The support means everything. Now, about 2 weeks ago, we covered one of the most disturbing stories to come out of Cleveland, Ohio in a long time.
I don't even think that this was someone's channel. I think that this was just a news channel. It sounds like it was someone's channel, but I don't think it was.
And I mean that. This woman right here, Aaliyah Henderson, 28 years old, a mother, charged with the murders of her 2 daughters, 8 and 10 years old. She allegedly took those children's lives, put them in 2 separate suitcases, and buried them across the street from her own house, right behind a high school, in a spot people use for illegal dumping. That is where they were found, by a man walking his dog on a...
I didn't know they used it for illegal dumping. That makes it even worse. I feel like that makes it even worse.
Monday evening. As horrible as this case already was, more has come out this week. Cleveland police just dropped the body camera footage from the night of her arrest, and I am about to show it to you. But before I do, I need you to pay close attention to two things. First, she says something in that footage. The news picked up on it, but when I watched it myself, what I heard hit differently. She says, "Oh my God, my baby's going to be..."
You're right. You're right, Nikki. That would make total sense. If it was a place that people just dumped shit all the time, then yeah, he wouldn't think anything of it. He's like, I mean, honestly, though, 2 suitcases, I probably still would have looked inside of them, but that's just me. I'm an urban explorer and I'm nosy, so dumped them across from her house where she could have kept an eye on them. Look, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I I still would have looked inside of them. I don't know, but it would make total sense if someone that was just, oblivious to life, they're like, "Oh, more trash. Okay."
Be so sad.
But still, I'm sorry, I keep pausing it. But still, you didn't smell it? I would listen. I've smelled animal decomp. I've never smelled human decomp, but from what I've heard, it's got a very distinct smell. And I think you would be able to smell that after, what was it? Did he say a week, 2 weeks?
She is talking about the third child, the one found alive and unharmed inside the house when police raided it. Now think about that for a second. Your 2 daughters are in the ground across the street, and your first words are about the child that survived being sad? Not grief, not remorse, concern about a child being sad. I have been sitting with that ever since. Second thing, and this one honestly caught me off guard. Pay attention to the layout of that house when the footage shows it, because this woman had no job.
Question. So, why just the 2? I've smelt human intestines during an autopsy. Oh. Was it still cold? If so, they might. Yeah, Aurora, maybe. It was late February, early March, February, March. Yeah. So it might have still been cold. Kel, was it still cold up there? I think it's still cold up there now. I'm not sure. I don't, what was I gonna say? Oh, so she had 3 kids. She only unalived the 2. What was up with the third? Is it just that the third's father, I think the third's father was somewhat in the picture, I think? Was it that the other 2, or was it, I'm so confused about that. I was grabbing food. Oh, Kel, was it still cold late February, early March? Maybe that's why there wasn't a smell? Or maybe that's why he didn't smell anything? I just want to know why not the third child, because I know that one of the, yeah, it's still cold. I know one of the fathers was incarcerated almost the entire life of one of the children. I know she kept 2 of the fathers from 2 of the children. So I wonder if one of those children's fathers was in the picture and that's why. I don't know. I'm just, my mind's going like this right now.
No income that anybody can account for. And inside that house, there is a pole, a stripper pole, in the living room. Now, I am not here to judge how anybody decorates their home, but when you cannot afford to keep a...
Listen, ma'am, if she didn't have any kind of job and she had a stripper pole in her living room, Where do you think her income came from? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Roof over your children's heads when you are getting evicted for not paying rent and your priority inside that house is a stripper pole in the living room, that tells you something about where those children ranked. That tells you everything. Take a look at this.
We know what she was doing with that stripper pole. She probably making videos.
Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. We have some brand new video in, and it's in the case of the Cleveland mother who is accused of murdering her two small daughters and then placing them in suitcases and burying them, or at least partially burying them, in a field in the area of Ginn Academy on the east side, more specifically off of East 162nd.
Let me tell you something about these mothers. They can have all the clothes. They can have their hair done, dyed. They can have their nails done. They can have their eyelashes done. They can have their eyebrows done. They can have the best bags. But when it comes to their children, what are y'all doing? Because all the cases I'm seeing is y'all are good, but your kids, their clothes are not great. They are not that educated because you aren't paying attention to what they're doing in school. They're not getting fed. They're malnourished. They're not getting taken care of. They're raising themselves, or the internet's raising them, or the streets are raising them. I mean, the mothers and fathers these days are so selfish. Was there any? I don't know. Nothing's been said about that, Nikki. I have no idea. I don't think any autopsies have come back yet. So far, I've just got the hearings. Did she try to traffic them and had to? Yeah, I don't know. It's all a mystery at this point. I do too. It's a sad world that we're living in. No social media in her name, probably had alias accounts, of course. Absolutely. They usually do. When more as usual, when more information comes out, oh my God, I forgot those videos. I had video. I had update videos from the two girls last week. I'll figure it out. When I get more information, we'll come back and we might have a COD and all of that. Maybe little kids didn't want to. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
The video is from the actual arrest. The SWAT team that was taken in, or that was used to arrest Aaliyah Henderson. She is now charged 2 counts of aggravated murder for the death of Mila Chapman, who was 8 years old at the time, and her other daughter, Amore Wilson, who was 10 years old. That determined by the medical examiner's office. All in all, the video we're about to show you is pretty routine. It shows the amount of force that Cleveland police went in. The SWAT team, there were quite a few members when they went in to make this arrest. But other than that, it goes pretty routinely. We'll watch this initial video a couple of times because I think I may have caught Aaliyah saying something as she's about to be let out the door in handcuffs. But I want to listen to it again pretty closely and see if that's in fact what I heard. But let's get to the first video here. This is again the SWAT team going into the home of Aaliyah Henderson, now accused of killing her 2 daughters and putting them in suitcases. Let's take a look.
Police search warrant!
Watch it.
Hands up. Come on down, hands up. Come on down, hands up. Come down now, hands up. Got ready for
Bring it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass her out now. Anybody else inside? That one. Got her?
The girl down. Got it.
Anybody else?
Again, that's the first video. It must be the second video where I thought I caught something, and we'll watch that. But I want to show you that one again because it does happen so quickly. The entire video is only about 33 seconds long. So again, here's the breach of the door to make the arrest of Aaliyah Henderson.
Search warrant!
Watch it.
I feel so bad for the kid, her other child that was in there. I want to know if he witnessed anything, or she. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy. I don't know if they witnessed anything and what they've gone through. But then seeing all of this and being done in front of them, it's got to be traumatic.
Hands up! Come on down, hands up! Come on down, hands up! Come down now, hands up! Got ready for
Bring it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass her out now. Anybody else inside? That one. Got her?
The girl down. Got it.
Anybody else here?
So you saw them ask if there was anyone else in the home. She says no. We do know that they found another small child that was reportedly in good health inside that home. But now we're going to get to the second and third video. This is they allow her to place a blanket on her. I believe it was cold on this particular day, so they put a blanket on her. And again, I think there's something she mutters or she utters as she's about to be let out the door. So we'll take a look and see if we hear that.
Go ahead. You good? Okay. I got you covered. Just hold on 1 second. I'm going to wait for the car to pull in so you don't have to. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. I got you.
This color? Is it upstairs? We're going to get her.
Can you open that door?
Where's the bear at?
Sorry. Watch your stuff. Okay. You good? Yeah, I'm just going to tell him to listen.
And I did think I caught, she's mumbling and she says something to the effect of something like, oh my God, what have I just done? Or what have I done? And so I'm going to play that again. It's fairly early on. It's probably about 6, 7, 8 seconds into the video. I might even just scrub it back so that you can listen to it again.
Slayer, go ahead. You good? Okay. I got you covered. Just hold on 1 second. I'm going to wait for the car to pull in so you don't have to. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. I got you.
And there it was at about the.
Slayer, go ahead. You good? Okay. I got you covered. Just hold on 1 second. I'm going to wait for the car to pull in so you don't have to. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. I got you.
And then, of course, the other sad part of that is you hear the little boy, her son, as he is talking to the other officers in there, and you hear.
Yeah, Cal, I'm going to go over all of that as well. We're going to get into all of that. I've got her hearing as well that we're about to watch, and then we're going to watch a little bit of the vigil that they held. I'm just glad that they held her on a $2 million bond. Oh, I'm not even on the screen. Oh, good Lord. It's $1 million for each child. So I'm glad that they did that. So glad. Let's finish this. This is almost over.
Him on the verge of tears, and as they're taking her out to the squad car, and you'll hear it again in this other angle we have of them bringing her out to the cruiser. You'll hear the little boy say, "I want my mom." Just a very sad sort of section of this. And let's take a look again. Third and final video we have as they're bringing her out to the car, and you'll hear the little boy say, "I want my mom."
Good? Okay. Just including police, all right?
And that is the end of that video. Pretty unique.
I try to like to do it in an order so it makes sense because, you know, you see stuff on YouTube, but it's all out of order and you're like trying to figure out, like trying to fit the pieces together. So I try to play everything in, you know, that's my OCD. But, and I also try to wait until there's enough information that comes out.
Heard the officers inform her that he was a detective, and then he gets in the back seat of that cruiser with her. That does not happen very often, but of course they would have wanted to hear anything she had to say, whether it was before or after they read her rights. We didn't see that on camera, but there are a lot of questions. How did those two little girls die? We're of course talking about Mila Chapman, 8 years old, and Amor Wilson, 10 years old. Again, I'm going to play the second video for you again, the video where she's being let out. And I looked at the clock this time. It's exactly 16 seconds into this video. She is mumbling something, and to the best that I can make out, it is something to the effect of, "Oh my God, what have I just done?" It is something like that. You folks can listen for yourself and see if you can pick up on it. Take a look one more time.
Go ahead. You good? Okay. I got you covered. Just hold on one second. I'm going to wait for the car to pull in so you don't have to. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. I got you.
Yeah. And the more coverage, the better. So, I mean, if some of you have seen this, great, but some people haven't. That's why I like doing this. These cases need to get out there. The victims need their justice, especially these child victims. They didn't ask to be brought into this world, and then these things happen to them. What they just said here, her saying, "Oh my God, what did I just do?" gives me the idea that she knew what she did. Like, she had some sort of she was in some sort of reality because she's sitting there right there going, "Oh my God, what did I do?" You know, so she knows. It's not like people that don't, so like, people that don't realize they're committing crimes will tell you, "Yeah, I did that," because they don't realize that it's wrong. They don't realize that they did something bad. They're just doing it. When you know that you've done something bad, you're not like in that. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain that, but she knew, I think she knew what she was doing. She knew what she did. And right there, that tells it, because she said, "Oh my God, what'd I do?" Yeah, she knew. So
This color? Is it upstairs? We're gonna get it.
Can you open that door?
Where's your bear at?
Sorry. Watch your stuff.
And just heartbreaking to hear that little boy start to cry in the background and say, "I want my mom." It shows you how far-reaching this is. This is more than just the two young girls who were found dead. She also had a son, and she is now facing charges, innocent until proven guilty, but facing 2 counts of aggravated murder. A judge last week setting her bond at $1 million for each charge, so a $2 million bond in this case. We're
all right. So there's that. Oh my God. Been live for 2 hours. I've never been live this long. We're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you for sticking it out. All right. We're just going to go to the hearing in the individual. And then we'll get out of here.
She said she has 2 counts of aggravated murder.
This is her full hearing. It did not last very long, a couple minutes.
Good morning, Ms. Henderson. All right, so we're going to first hear from, regarding your bond, we're going to first hear from the prosecutor from the state, and regarding charges against you, charges that you are presumed innocent, on charges that allow for you to have an attorney without costs. And after we hear from the prosecutor, we'll hear from your attorney, okay? Madam Prosecutor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is an allegation of murder in 2 separate charges. It's alleged in this matter that the defendant did cause the death of her 2 daughters, 8 and 10 years old. The badly decomposed bodies of the 2 little girls were found in shallow graves in Cleveland in suitcases. Your Honor, the defendant is 28 years old. She scores a 1 and a 1 on the PSA, has no record noted on the PSA. Your Honor, based on the nature of the allegations and the charges in this case, I would ask for nothing less than a $2 million bond. I would implore the court to...
All right. Thank you, Vic. You take care of yourself and get some rest. All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Consider setting a $2 million bond, cash surety at this point, for the record. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Public Defender.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Henderson is waiving a preliminary hearing on both cases, and I ask for the most reasonable bond you can give her.
Tell me a little more about her that you know.
I know you lying.
Judge, she's been in jail 3 days, and as you've seen the public safety assessment, she's looking for a job and she has a place to live, and all of her life has been in this area.
I need a gavel. I need one of those gavels that I can go like this, because excuse, ma'am. Well, she's what'd she say? She's looking for a job and she's got a place to live, or vice versa. And so she shouldn't have a bond. You realize what we're here for, right? Ma'am. Excuse. I'm gonna go on Amazon and order one of those gavels or whatever it is, because order in the court some bullshitting ass.
Thank you.
Have you seen her PSA?
I have. I just said, yeah.
Let's go over that. So, no history of violence. History, 1-1, no history of violence.
Look at them. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's just 5 right there in the picture. That's not, you can't see the ones over here on the side. Yeah, they ain't playing with her.
No convictions, no charges. Given the nature of the allegations, as well as my concern for the safety of the public, we will deal, the bond will be $2 million. Ms. Henderson, work with your attorney, go to your hearings, and fight for your innocence, okay? Good luck, you take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
$2 million it's $1 million
Per page.
each. I'm sorry, thanks for the clarification. It's $1 million each. All right.
She's like, oh shit.
All right, any questions, Madam Public Defender?
No.
All right.
Okay,
So
take care, Ms. Henderson.
there's that. There's that. I couldn't believe she was all like, well, she's got a job and looking for somewhere to live and duh, duh, duh. And yeah, sometimes they are. Sometimes they are. He's all like, just keep up the good work and try to fight for your case and fight for your innocence. Like, people are not mad enough. They are not mad enough. Like, get pissed. 2 babies. Yeah. 2 babies' lives were taken from them and the rest of their family that they have been isolated from for years, from what it sounds like. Ridiculous. All right. So there's her hearing. And like Kel just said, I was going to read off these charges. So she's got 6 counts of aggravated murder, 4 counts of murder, 6 counts of kidnapping, 4 counts of felonious assault, 3 counts of child endangering, 1 count of tampering with evidence, and 2 counts of gross abuse of a corpse. Why did that pull up? This happened in Ohio. Cal, what city was this in? Yeah, and her 3rd child has no mother now. East Cleveland, thank you. I thought it was Cleveland, but I wasn't so sure. So she's got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. She's got 22 charges piled up against her just right there. That's crazy. So here's the visual.
Thank you for being here with us at 4 o'clock. I'm Katie Houston in for Damon tonight, who right now is at a vigil in Cleveland, honoring the lives of 2 young sisters.
I think they do that so they can keep her. They try to get anything and everything they can. That way they can keep her there while they investigate the case.
Their bodies were found on Monday in suitcases barely buried in the South Collinwood neighborhood. Today, their mother appeared in court charged with murder. This is a story that has rocked the community, and calls for justice have been echoing all week. Still, so many questions remain. But Damon, right now, as we send it out live to you at this vigil, the focus is on these beautiful little girls remembering their lives and grieving this heavy loss and trauma for the city.
Yeah, Katie, there's a few dozen people out here this afternoon for Amor Wilson and Mila Chapman. They were found in this
No, Aurora, not yet. Not that I know of. As soon as they come back with a COD, I'm gonna come back. So any updates, anything like that, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do another live and get into it all.
Very filled Monday night. Remember, that guy was walking his dog and came upon the remains. And that is where this vigil is taking place right now. Community activists organized this, including a number of groups, including the Black on Black Crime Inc. group, the Black Women Army, and the Black Men Army. And they say the girls, they are voiceless princesses who deserve much better. They deserve to be loved and protected, and they will be properly remembered. All day long out here at the scene, East 162nd and Midland, we have seen people coming here, parents, some of them with children in their hands, have been stopping by to memorialize these young girls. They're leaving a number of items, stuffed animals, balloons, pink and purple in color, and other tributes to say that it's emotional. It's a real understatement out here. Many are relieved, though, that there's been an arrest in this case, but they're still really shook to the core that something like this could happen. They call it evil, and that police say that the mother is responsible. Earlier today, I spoke to a woman who lives about a mile away from here. Her name is Jaminka Johnson. She had her 1-year-old grandson in her arms as we spoke.
They were beautiful. They were gorgeous. And it brings tears to your eyes. Like, it was so sad.
Did we fail this mother as a community? I know we don't have a lot of answers right now.
You could have dropped your kids off at the fire department somewhere. The hospital? It's places that if you're tired.
Thank you, ma'am. If you can't deal with it, there are options. There are options. I saw a woman go live. She was exhausted. She couldn't afford it. She had no help from her family, her baby daddies. She was like depleted. Like she had no lifelines, and she literally took her children to CPS. Like, she was all like, I can't do it. This is my only option. And they said, okay. So they sat there for hours, tried to figure it out. They took the kids, I think maybe probably temporarily, and they took them that night. They gave them a bed. They eventually found, a place for them to stay. And like, you have options. You don't have to do what a lot of people do. You don't have to delete your children. Somebody else will always, always take them. Exactly, Cold. Exactly. There's always someone willing to help. It might not be your family. It might not be the baby daddy, but there's a church, there's a fire department, there's CPS, and sometimes these places are not the most reliable, but it's better than this alternative. So what this lady is saying, yes. I think so too, Kilko. Yeah, and that's what I said earlier, is like, why did she spare the third child? And I feel like it has something to do with the baby daddies.
Of your children.
You know what? After this, I am going to play that last video so y'all can kind of see what I was talking about, because it does get into the fathers a little bit.
Drop them off somewhere. Juvenile courts or something. Like, hey, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying?
Get help.
Yes. I hope they get her the best way they can. Like, I wouldn't even feed her down at the Justice Center. She don't even deserve to eat.
Yeah.
And this vigil, of course, beginning just hours after the mother of those two girls, Leah Henderson, faced a judge this morning for the first time. She, of course, is charged with murdering her two daughters and burying them right here in the field behind me. Henderson didn't speak much during her hearing this morning. She stood pretty quiet while the defense and the prosecution.
There are so many narcissistic mothers out there who cannot stand their daughters. They are jealous of their daughters. And it's beyond me. It's gross.
Made their cases for a bail amount. The prosecutor asked for $2 million. That's $1 million for each of her daughters. The defense here, they asked for a reasonable bond in the case, and the judge decided that $2 million was in order.
Given the nature of the allegations, as well as my concern for the safety of the public, we will deal, the bond will be $2 million. Ms. Henderson, work with your attorney, go to your hearings, and fight for your innocence, okay? No, thank you, sir. Take care, Ms.
Ann Henderson was taken into custody Wednesday night. We told you when police served a warrant at her home near the field where Amor and Mila were buried. Police told us a child in that home was taken into custody of the Department of Child and Family Services.
Okay. The rest of that is just repeated news that we've seen all throughout all of this. So I'm going to go ahead and play this last video. I'm going to shout her out. I am so, and let me drop her link again. Clipboard. It is Shiantra. I think it's Shiantra Speaks. She does great work. I love her deep dives. This is her channel. If you want to go check out the rest, I'm going to play part of the beginning of this video. If you want to go watch the rest of it on her channel, maybe if you want to subscribe, whatever. She does great work.
Are being investigated by police, including the father of her third child, who was
rules. That's what the other judges do. That's what I want you to do. This isn't a special case. The tragedy is that there are two dead children.
Found a head in a suitcase in the park.
Okay, and is it a human head or an animal head?
Yes, no, it's a human head in a suitcase.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Mila Namora!
Mila Namora forever.
Just 3 days after 28-year-old Aaliyah Henderson was formally charged in connection with the deaths of her 8 and 10-year-old daughters, Aaliyah.
You see what I mean? She's got like inside videos from inside the jail and stuff that I couldn't even find. I don't know where she gets all her information from, but they do. I can't stand a defense attorney, but everybody's got to have a job, I guess. No, this creator, she's got, I love the information she has. She finds all of the information, like she finds it all.
Returned to court for the second time on March the 12th, 2026. While this case has gripped the nation and made headlines across the country, the judge stated that in her 12 years on the bench, she has never had an attorney come before her requesting to be assigned to a case until now. According to the judge, the public defender's office approached her and requested to be assigned to represent Aaliyah Henderson in this case, something the prosecutor strongly objected to. The judge explained that in the state of Ohio, there is a rule that would allow Aaliyah Henderson to be represented by private counsel. Because of this rule, the prosecutors argued that this case is not unique. So there should be no exception made for the public defender's office to represent Aaliyah. Instead, the rule should be followed and a private attorney should be appointed to the case. The prosecutor also pointed out that when the public defender's office thinks a case is of their liking, they want to jump in, seeing this is something that they tend to do in cases involving children that have made national headlines. So while the prosecutor and the public defender's office is fighting over who will represent Aaliyah on this case, there is an even bigger development. Court records now reveal that although Aaliyah Henderson is the only person currently charged, members of Aaliyah Henderson family are also being investigated in connection with the deaths of her two children.
Henderson's relatives are being investigated by police, including the father of her third child, who was found safe inside her home the day that Henderson was arrested. New court documents show that child is just 6 years old and is now in the care of Children and Family Services. 19 News is not naming the...
That's so sad. That's so sad. Because now that child probably doesn't have a parent.
father because he has not been charged, but court records list him as a person of interest in the deaths with a history of domestic violence. Because of that, the 6-year-old has been...
Hold on. I totally missed that part. So he might... Oh? So wait a minute. He might have had something to do with their unalivings. But that's the father of the little boy. Let me go back. Let me go back. Hold on. Yeah, let me go back. Hold on. See, this is why I wanted to play this.
Are also being investigated in connection with the deaths of her two children.
Henderson's relatives are being investigated by police, including the father of her third child, who was found safe inside her home the day that Henderson was arrested. New court documents show that child is just 6 years old and is now in the care of Children and Family Services. 19 News is not naming the father because he has not been charged, but court records list him as a person of interest in the deaths with a history of domestic violence.
Okay. Well, so maybe they were in cahoots. Maybe they just wanted the one child. Damn. Well, ain't that's so sad.
Because of that, the 6-year-old has been placed into emergency care. Court records also show the father has not had contact with this child since they were 6 months old. The father denies all allegations of abuse.
Now, as Aaliyah Henderson remains
I don't think so. I think he's just a person of interest.
jailed on a $2 million bond, the motive behind the senseless tragedy has not been revealed. Many have pointed out that Aaliyah appeared to create a complicated life for herself by shutting out her family and the fathers of her children. All 3 of her children have different fathers, and the fathers of the 2 children she is charged with murdering say they wanted to be involved in their daughters' lives, but claimed Aaliyah would not allow it. Now, as you may recall from my previous video, the father of 8-year-old Mila Chapman said he and Aaliyah were once in a relationship and lived together for about a year after Mila was born before the relationship ended. According to him, he later contacted Child Protective Services after reporting that Aaliyah had threatened to take their daughter's life. And he says that is when she completely shut him out. Now, Mila's father also reported that he has not seen his daughter in about 5 years, meaning that the last time he saw Mila, she would have been around 3 years old, which is why there are no current photos of the children.
I appreciate everybody that want to be involved, but we was denied access to our kids when they was alive. We want to put them to rest together as fathers. We respect and we appreciate everything, but let us have this one thing, you know? Let us have this one thing. Like, we couldn't protect them in life, let us protect them afterward. That's all I'm gonna say. And I appreciate all y'all for showing out, showing up. But you feel me? This ain't goodbye. This ain't nothing. This is a celebrated life. All right, one more thing. Later. And
She should have been watched out at that point. She should have been watched for. Them kids should have been, there should have been a case. Yeah, I feel the same way, but Kel, like they said at the beginning, she kept moving around, but she kept, changing her name. She wasn't letting people know where she was. So how could they get a hold of her? How could they get a hold of their children? I mean, it's not necessarily their fault. It could be. We don't know the whole story. We don't know the whole story.
I won't want to speak. Go ahead, bro.
The ages of the children also help paint the timeline of Aaliyah Henderson's relationship. Mila, which is the middle child, was 8 years old and her oldest sister was 10. So the child who was removed from the home and she was not harmed, according to authorities, was 6 years old. So that means Mila would have been about 2 years old when her sister was born, indicating that after the relationship with Mila's father ended, Aaliyah moved on and entered another relationship fairly quickly. And as you heard in the news report, they are not going to identify the father of the child that is currently in CPS custody at this time. But it has also been reported that Aaliyah may have taken additional steps so that she was not able to be located. For reasons unknown, it is reported that she legally changed her last name in 2019. She subsequently, sometime later, would withdraw her 2 children from public school and enroll them in a virtual school online that you're going to hear about. Now, this
See, they couldn't even track their children in school because she took them out of school. So when you have completely isolated your children from their families, from their fathers, from everything, that's terrible.
significance of this is that the fathers, as you just heard in the
And when my mom did it to me, I had no idea. I didn't know why we weren't around the family. I had no idea. I just thought that that's the way life was. I had no idea.
clip, said that they were denied access to their children. The 10-year-old father, he's currently incarcerated, and I covered that in my previous video, and he's now come forward to release a statement because he's been getting backlash with comments of people saying, how are you going to get your child and you're currently incarcerated, and you have been for quite some time. So this is the statement that was released by his brother. But the real is, y'all love me and I love y'all. So that's what y'all gonna do. But Amor and Mila, the only victims in this, I can deal with bearing that black mark because I know I play a role in how this all turned out. It ain't all on Aaliyah, bro, real stuff. I know I made this mistake 8+ years ago, and I've been doing my time for it, but for some reason, I always knew catching this case will haunt me for the rest of my life. Now, keep in mind, he's been incarcerated for 8 years, so the oldest is 10, so that means he went to prison when she was 2 years old, so he hasn't been there. And he's saying now that he regrets catching this case, and he says, this is my first and only time ever doing time, but I'll never be able to leave it behind now. Let me be the example for them little boys in the streets with kids that leave their babies out there. Maybe by bearing this burden, I can change some minds about street stuff, and you can post it too. That's the real. Y'all that know me know I love my baby and would never have chosen this, but my presence and availability or lack thereof meant everything in the end. Now, he also had a social media account.
All right. So that's all of the video of hers that I'm going to play. I put her link in the chat. If you guys want to go check her out, she goes into all kinds of deep dives on cases. She's really good. I suggest her. I think that's really all I've got for you guys. It's about these babies. So Amor and Mila, rest in peace. And I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for being here. If we have any updates on this, we'll come back. I had an update for you guys on the last case that we covered, and I totally meh. All right. Thank you, Junior. We're heading out too. So you have a good dinner. Find a protest near you this weekend. All right. Will do. Thank you guys. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Cold. Thank you, my mods. I appreciate you. All right. You guys take care.
So long for now and goodbye. We'll see you